Hi guys, Vladimir here. This is the live market review, 26th of July 2017. Well, the FOMC did some shaking to the market to the levels, but that means one thing: it's clearing some levels, clearing some heavy money stop losses in order to rebuild the setup, and bring in some new fresh opportunities and money involved, of course. So let's go over the chart and see what do we have. Let's start with the dollar Canadian, which, well, one of the most interesting ones because it is here with these two cycles right on a critical level. Now, we've been talking about the 125, 124 for a while. We are there right now. It's building an extreme divergence with continuing signs here, extreme RSI, sorry. And that brings me also to the weekly 61.8, which means, in other words, careful, because most likely this is about to end, and probably very, very soon. So how it's gonna end? Exactly like it planned before. We need, unless it's investment, then just attack levels. But for regular trading, we need false breaks to complete, and we need higher highs. Before we have that, we cannot talk about any real regular entry. For investments, though, the levels are amazing, setups are amazing as well. We got here the trend line, we got here the horizontal breakout on that place, over here, right here, one, and then a trend line. Looks really good, the divergences are there, dancing and created. The only thing here is it takes time. In terms of crystal ball reading, let's have a look here. That's dollar CAD. You can see here we are on some monsters as well. And in terms of a bullish day, we have the 28 and then the beginning of the next month. So it's there as well in terms of the date. So now need to rebuild itself before it actually makes the move. New Zealandian dollar, same story. This pair has the 61.8. Now this one we've been following for a while now, and yet there are no clean setups. So again, the best thing without clean setups is, if you want to be involved, that's to invest. So you attack a level, you attack weekly and daily combo levels, and you let it go, so you're not really affected by any news or any changes on the short term. And this is the daily cycle. So they both bring us to the same place, same wonderful place, and we are right there. We're hitting it. Divergence is there everywhere, forming, building. So this is the area where it becomes critical. Now, yeah, it could take time. Definitely, it can do that before it makes a very serious move. But that's for, as I said, that's for invest. I don't really care about anything of that. For regular trading, however, no setups. We need still to false break to break, and we need lower lows. Before we get lower lows, we can't really do nothing in terms of the regular. So patience is required here. The only thing is that the long should end here on that area soon. So yeah, it can still dance around 100 points up, or maybe even a bit more. But and at any moment, such levels can change and make a dramatical move, and that's exactly the place where it's better to play safer. And the most interesting one that we are following for a while, the euro dollar, that is now on the 261.8 zone, around the 118. How good is that? Where is the second Fibonacci came from? Okay, and this is the weekly chart, and this is the daily chart now, and they simply look. Now this one even crossed above the 261.8, and then we have this one, which is coming for a duplication. Yeah, so this is the zone, and this is where most likely action going to happen from. Divergence is building on a daily chart. Weekly chart has for us our corrective cycle, and The monthly chart now is forming for us a bearish hidden divergence, which starts to be interesting, especially when we combine this trend line together. It's getting very interesting levels, and we are riding here on the Bollinger Band as well. Now we are for 2 duplications. So 118 zone. Now that could be slightly lower, that could be slightly higher. Now, unless you want to invest, or a regular setup, which means we need 2 false breaks. We got one which didn't change nothing. We need second one, which could happen here, and then lower lows, and then sell retraces, or it could happen slightly higher like this, and then lower lows and sells. Now if we take a look on the crystal ball dates, what we can learn is the end of the month, 28 again, and the beginning of the next month brings some power and some pressure and some bearish pressure. So watch for setups, it will be interesting. Pound dollar is slowly going to the 132, a level we have been talking about also for a while. And for this one, that's the one of the that's one of those that I love the most to stay long with. Simply looks best to me. I don't know why. We have a magnet there, so for this one, longs it is while we are above this trend line and the last low. So that's for the pound dollar from my point of view. And Australian dollar aiming the next area, and a monster area of course, and this is around here. Okay, now with this one I think it's a good time to let it go, let the bulls take control. The 100 doesn't fall in play, no divergence, most likely we are for here. So buy retraces for that one, especially now after this last high broken. I wasn't the idea on for short as long as this high holds, but with this divergence and the short-term cycles for deeper correction down didn't work. My shorts did not hold and I actually hit a stop here. But now we switch to long for higher highs. And the one that starts to be very interesting to me is actually the Aussie Kiwi. I want long for long run, and that's the 2 waves we were looking at. 61.8 here and 61, sorry, and a duplication here. This starts to be very interesting, and this is the zone right below the 106. If we get it there, I will want to see this trend line being broken for longs. It can be very interesting one, so keep an eye guys. Below 106, closer to 105.70 or even 105.50, we can get some very nice bullish setups. CAD franc finally reaching where we wanted it to reach, and I am talking about the 0.67. Now with this divergence to form, we can expect some short-term sells from here towards 0.78, because it could do the triple cycle here, right? What we need, as for now, stay long, there are no changes, but we do need 2 false breaks, and that means it still need to create. Okay, once it does, sell retraces. Until then, stay long. That's in the long mood here. New Zealandian yen aiming the 84.50, 85. Until then, we don't interrupt it to go. And the CAD yen will also reach some interesting levels. I still think that this one can surprise us with, where is it? Here. This one still can surprise us with higher, but this zone is a monster. Now, if we will get 2 false breaks here, there is no reason why not to try the short. We did have 1 false break. If that will turn to be the second one, time will tell, but we do need to pay attention to that. So as for now, that's not a valid high. There is no 2 candles breakout on that place, so we can't rely on that. So the best thing would be if we actually cross again below here, so close below again here, and then we can rely on this low. As long as it didn't happen, there is even not a bad chance we are going to see something like that again. Very doable. So another one on the follow list. Gold and silver. Well, to be honest, I wanted to see some pullback, but FOMC changed the plans for now. So let it go. Most likely we are aiming now to the top of this range, which means next to 1300 or so. Same with silver, long every retrace. Indices provide, as for now, nothing changed. And that smells weird because why? Because if you think about it, there is a lot of game around the dollar and only indices hold. That smells like there is someone that needs level to hold for a while, maybe for some expiration. So setup is required here for sure. The only one that I can see relevant at this stage, this is the daily cycle, triple cycle we got here. 1, 2, 3. Right? No, I don't think the divergence even in play here. No, it actually is. There is divergence here. So 1 hour chart come in play now, and this is where it starts to be interesting. Actually, that was one false break. This is a second one. So if we place itself here below, that could be a very nice sell opportunity as well. So I think it's worth to watch for that one. If it doesn't hold and go for one more high, then we switch to the 4 hour chart, false break. So 1, 2, and then lower lows and sell retraces. Levels are there, divergence is there. Now we need to wait for a setup. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything here. Canadian discussed. Yeah, this one we talked as well. Cut franc. Yep, we're all covered. So that's what we have, guys. Now, as you can see, a lot of setups, a lot of opportunities. But since we are talking of weekly and daily cycle, that's where it takes time. And here, nothing can beat the patience. Have your patience, things will happen. Don't have your patience, the market will always win. So think about it.